28. Nah, we can't get it if you ain't got plenty cake.
So what is going on, everybody at the Arms Are Handling Gaming channel? This is your local British commentator, AAH Deadeye, coming at you live with a swaggerlicious gameplay here from my boy Walrus. This is a 131 solo kill streak on the map Nuketown on the first original Call of Duty Black Ops. Such a legendary gameplay, so go check him out if you enjoy the gameplay. Don't forget to subscribe to AAH Elite, and if you enjoy the commentary, don't forget to check me out. So today I'm going to be talking about the World Cup. Now, the FIFA World Cup has been going on for the last couple of weeks now, and it's a game of football or soccer if you're in America. If you don't know what the World Cup's all about, it's basically groups of national teams going through each group and then going to win the World Cup. And I don't really get what all the hype is all about. To be honest, I watched the England game last night. I'm not sure if any of you watched England versus Uruguay. And I mean, both teams played really well. I'm not denying that. They both played extremely well. But it just, I don't get why everyone gets so hyped about it. I don't see why there's such a big hype. I mean, it's like with games at E3. People get hyped about the games and you wonder, okay, yes, you know, you get hyped about games. That's all well and good. Same with Call of Duty. You get hyped about Call of Duty and then it turns to be a complete disappointment. But that's completely out of the question. But when it comes to this, you think, why is everyone around the world getting so hyped? I mean, it's about 11 players that kick a ball around a field and try and hit it into the back of the net. And personally, football isn't really my kind of sport, or soccer if you are in America. I've got to stress that, you know. It's not really my kind of sport. I'm more of a rugby player or basketball player. It's a much better game in my opinion, and a much more brutal sport, to be honest. Whereas in football now, most people basically, if they feel someone touched their leg or something touched their leg, they will throw themselves on the ground to try and get a free kick or try and get a foul for the other team. And you know, it's just turning into a right puffs game because people are just throwing themselves on the ground and hoping for the best, and it's not really the way to be played. But you know, it's happening in Brazil, so it's kind of weird actually, because there are some stadiums where it is extremely hot and players can't really put up with that heat. Like in England, you never get that much heat as you would do in Brazil, so the players obviously can't cope that well. And I can understand how hard it must be to play in such heat when they're in Brazil and they're used to the climate in England. And also where they've flown over there, of course, it's God knows how many hours in advance to our time zones, and it's quite difficult to adapt to time zones because there's obviously some kind of jet lag that they have as well. But I mean, it's kind of strange about the climate things and that, because people get so angry and it's not really the players' fault sometimes. I mean, when you think about it, there are some players who are getting on a bit now, some of them are quite old and they're still playing, and you know, the only people you can really blame for that are themselves. That's all they can really do. They can only blame themselves for that. They want to keep going and they're not really doing a good job. I mean, what else can you really say about that? Another thing that really does grind my gears is people at home when they're watching it on the TV, or they're in the pub and watching it with their friends, or having a beer or something, and they get really stressed out and they'll start fights over it because, oh, he didn't score this goal, he should have scored that, and then they start fighting each other and then they'll start shouting at the TV and they'll take it way too seriously, and that really grinds my gears. I don't know why people do that, why people take it so seriously. It's just a game. It's not like, even if they lost the game, they're still getting paid over like £500,000 a game. I mean, when you look at Wayne Rooney's paycheck, I mean, he every three weeks he is paid over £600,000, and most of the time he's sat on his ass doing nothing. So it's just not really understandable, you know. I really don't get what the hype's all about and why people get so stressed out about it, to be honest. But I want to know from you guys which country you're from, what team you're supporting, and why you are enjoying the World Cup or not enjoying the World Cup. I want to know everything from you guys because I'm really interested in seeing what you guys think of the World Cup, what your input is. Because I know not everyone loves watching the World Cup. I'm sure there are lots of people here who prefer watching the Rugby World Cup, or prefer watching basketball tournaments, or baseball, or cricket if you're from England, you know, things like that. So I want to know from you guys what are the kind of things that really keep you attracted to football and keep you really wanting to watch the World Cup. Because for me, I only watch the England games because I support England. Of course, I am an English person, and I watch it. The only reason I really watch it is to watch them get shitted on. So, you know. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this commentary. Gameplay from Walrus, legendary gameplay. Check me out, check Walrus out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.